What's up, y'all? It's gonna be a 1-2-2-2 twin flame reading relative to signs about your money, signs about your children. Watching out for that number when you're looking for signs point to the twin flame journey. Did I say money? Money, your twin flame journey, children, career. I don't think that's it. Family issues, stuff like that. Maybe we'll get into some good shit one day. No. This shit fucked up. It just is. It's like reading in a swamp all the motherfucking time. You know, and people be like, want you to move on and tell them something good. However, people ain't been doing good, clearly. Shit. It's something where people got to understand that I may have some people that proclaim themselves to be scholars or whatever in religion. It doesn't fucking matter. The truth of the matter is when you take on something that isn't covered up under something else, then you ass out, basically. So if a nation or a country say that they're under God and the way that they do things is a certain way, then what is under God is whatever the laws are that establish that particular nation or country. America does not acknowledge polygamy. They look at it like it's illegal. I don't know if they press an envelope on it, if they're getting to it, you know, because there's so much shit going on all the time. However, I do know that it's illegal. Now, if you go and take a wife, and clearly you have to be able to prove without a reasonable doubt that God called you to do this. And then whatever is produced from that, I'm pretty sure the FBI and the CIA will have to watch to see how that particular polygamous situation turns out, as far as the children that's produced from it, are they productive citizens? You know what I'm saying? Where it is some wiggle room and some leniency when people really do feel like God called them to do this. Now, when you got people doing it in their lower desires when they're doing it, that shit gonna turn into something different. Because it seems to be a problem with what people consider legal and illegal when it comes to polygamous households that prescribe to incestual behavior, like brothers sleeping with sisters, sisters sleeping with brothers, sisters sleeping with sisters, brothers sleeping with brothers. It doesn't matter. I don't know the psychology behind it. I don't know the convictions behind it. I don't know the theory behind it. I think it's absolutely weird. I'm not a judge to be like, ugh, you're nasty as fuck. Like, no, I just think it's weird. And you got to try to understand what the fuck is the dichotomy behind it. What's the point? What are you getting to? Because you're not producing nothing that's really, you know, changing the world. Making a mess, absolutely. However, changing the world, no. And when you set your children's mind to think that that type of behavior is legal or it's okay, then how the fuck does it end up spilling over to children that the people, the man or the woman that thinks is that okay, they didn't have them children, so how does those children end up getting touched by your children? That's what makes it a violation. Because people will be sending their children somewhere where somebody is in a polygamous situation, even if they doing it raggedy than a motherfucker. Certain shit be going on that you don't have a clue that's going on, and that's just your family member. You got to get to work. If that's your sister, if that's your brother, you thinking, oh, okay, they with their aunt, they with their uncle and his wife or whatever, They going to a birthday party or they gonna be at their house. I've been over there. Seems like it's secure. I mean, I did grow up with her. I did grow up with him. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You thinking normal. And if their theory was solid, it wouldn't spill over. You would know that this is inclusive, inbreeding. Anybody did not come from you or I. Do not touch those people's children. This is what we're doing. Kind of shit where a motherfucker wouldn't know shit. Not even a child, because when they're over there, you're just normal. You see the pickle? So when y'all see that 1222, you may want to look into, because now it gets to the point where you have to interrogate your child. Even if you ask your child, I asked my child in the tub. I would ask him when he was in the shower. I would ask him when he was naked, so that would even be plain. Then I would ask him when I take him from places. I mean, at what point does it become toxic? Now it seems like you gotta go toxic interrogation to the point where you get some tears that you asking that much. Not that they trying to just make something up. No, that you feel they hiding something. Tune in and tap into your child. For real. And you may be surprised at what the fuck you find out. That they able to tell you that they wasn't. Because they may have got them to feeling like it was normal. And you don't even do that shit at home. You see how that'll fuck a child up and get you fucked up because you don't even know what the fuck is going on. Ain't nobody told you nothing. You don't do that shit. If you don't do it, you don't do it. If you think it's weird, you think it's weird. And ain't nobody gonna turn you around. You're not gonna be feeling on no kid and you don't want no kid licking on you. And that's just it. And then it's like Allah, if it goes a little bit too far, Allah will conceal those kind of people where it's kind of like they in society, but they kind of like outcasted, like wayfarers. You can kind of tell that they in a world of their own kind of shit until something comes to light. And a lot of times it's when they touch an outside party that sends that shit into overdrive. And then people start trying to grab fig leaves and shit. And it's sad because the children that would be caught up in that shit would have been brought up to think that it's right and exact. So they wouldn't say shit and you wouldn't pick up shit because they really think that's normal. They do that. They take a bath, go to school, act regular. Ain't nothing wrong. They was told this is what we do. Kind of shit. Some of y'all are subjected to that kind of shit in your families. If y'all got anybody dealing with more than one woman, like got a side chick that's pregnant or got pregnant while he was with the main one and they brothers and sisters still, like they know about each other, that kind of shit. No, they come over, they get along, girl. Thinking it's all good. There may be some inbreeding. Incest. Sometimes when you got a normal set of eyes in your head, you can't see nothing but normal, even if what you looking at ain't. Because in their mind, what they doing is normal. Like, and what do a pedophile look like kind of shit. You feel me? Seven of coins, hard work. 10 of sticks, burdening as fuck. I'm trying to tell y'all, some of y'all children carrying a burden. And they ain't told y'all. Y'all may have asked. Some of y'all got to interrogate, bro. Daughter of coins. Yeah, like I'm saying, though, act normal like it ain't nothing. And be a whole situation going on. Just be eating, having a party, talking. And some people may know. You know, sometimes a child will know because a child will tell another child that they done made friends with. that may don't come over there, or may they want them to come over there, whatever the case may be. If the child thinks it's weird, the child may go tell their parent, and then it'll spread about that particular family, which could be your family. If you're not in the streets and you don't know who the fuck your family members' friends are at school and the details of that, because you get your own microcosm that you got to take care of, even if it's one child, it doesn't matter. You don't know behind the scenes because you ain't everywhere at one time like God. You can only be where you at. And if you a hard working motherfucker, you got a tight schedule to keep. So a kiss on the face, you cool coming over here. You sure they treat you okay? You covering bases the way you covering bases. However, it be some shit going on, bro. That should not be going on, bro. That could get a mother that ain't never laid hands on her child nor another child put in the penitentiary for what some other motherfuckers may deem normal. And you don't even know what the fuck that's about, kind of shit. I'm telling you. Aunt Caroline. We go look at Aunt Caroline and see what that's about. Some of y'all may got an Aunt Caroline that y'all told something or told y'all something or trying to tell y'all something. No, honey. Somebody that used to play spades. Or something with a game with clubs or something. Free man. Five of Knives. Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on. A lot. A lot of venomous shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just hurl you in the shit. Some of y'all don't got nothing to do with it. A free person. Don't even know what this about. Free as far as you didn't touch nobody. You ain't involved in none of that shit. You don't fuck with kids. You ain't never raped nobody. You don't think this shit cool, cute, or nothing else. They on some hush money. She got a coin in her mouth. Ace of Nines, truth. Yeah, don't want the truth to come out. Nine of Coins. Some of y'all got y'all children took. Something was going on that y'all ain't had nothing to do with. I'm going through the same shit. Four coins. Hidden treasures. Four coins. Yeah. Some of y'all gonna end up getting paid back for some shit y'all didn't even know what the fuck was happening. A lot of hidden shit. People owe y'all some money. Old pain and suffering, bitch. Victims of crime. A whole bunch of shit. Y'all gonna get the victory over this Five of Knives. Crazy ass energy. Even though the Five of Knives in the Rider-Waite deck ain't really dealing with crazy energy. It's more competition, playing too much. You know what I'm saying? For some people, that's the thing. When you put yourself in a triad like that, that's dangerous as fuck. My mother knew that. Some people know, like a Aunt Caroline. They wise. They know certain shit on the number side, on the nature side, on how male nature works, how female nature works, how something ain't gonna go right. Can see that shit. Look at that shit and say, oh, all of them gonna go crazy except for her. All of them gonna go crazy. Nobody gonna be no good. I ain't lying. They just don't be saying shit. Because they be sick of talking. Because you think you know every motherfucking thing. So go ahead, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all were obedient and still had the taste of sacrifice. That's not fair. For people that say that they're grown adults. and they handle their business and this and this and that. Well, I mean, you look like you play too motherfucking much to me with kids trying to get them to lie for you and do all this covering and shit. This ain't no motherfucking movie. Some of y'all gonna win over y'all enemies that played too much and they played they self. Sticky, sticky, licky, licky, too much of that shit. It's dangerous. Especially when you out of divine order and you swear you right and exact and you using religion. Oh, that's a powder keg. That's a powder keg. Justifiable incest. Justifiable molestation. Shh, don't say nothing. What the fuck kind of, that's not even cohesive. Using a holy book, whatever they choosing. Shh, don't tell nobody. What you talking about? It's freedom in God. Some of y'all know that. Y'all don't know what these motherfuckers been doing, though. That's into these side chicks, polygamy. Oh, y'all don't even understand. Some shit jumping off, bro. Under a whole lot of roofs that may be underwear. Hidden shit. This is, he uses this to find hidden treasures that stick in his hand. Some of y'all remain light as a feather in the outside world will look like why. And they don't realize you ain't had nothing to do with it. And if they was to look a little bit closer, they may scratch a line and find a motherfucking thief. This is how bad this shit is. Just like hearing about AIDS and didn't think it was real until it hit home and somebody you knew had it. You feel me? Real old, nasty, funky shit that people keep trying to justify. Play too much. Having sex with this woman, having sex with that woman. The days of when you go to the funeral, that's when you meet the kids kind of shit. Of whoever else they was sleeping with. However, some of these motherfuckers is creating these weird families where it's like blended, but they're not really married because the state don't really marry you. So they'll use religion or use the Bible to say, well, we slept together, so we consummated it just by sleeping together. Not in the court of law, though. That's why she got this motherfucking 5 knives in her motherfucking hand, trying to get people to shut up. With that coin up under, like, you know what we did last summer kind of shit. If what you was doing was right, why is it a secret? And if you're going into some type of theory or thinking you're trying to create some type of dynamic to strengthen bonds, then keep that shit between whoever came out your vagina or your penis. Or are you letting it spill over to kids that ain't a part of your microcosm? Especially if your kids get a babysitting job and they're getting paid to keep somebody's child that end up getting touched because you don't know how to keep your thoughts to yourself. Your hand shall follow like a motherfucker. Or should I say your body like a motherfucker? 10 of baskets. We'll see what that's about. This 10 of coins wanted to pop. So y'all gonna be getting compensation. It came right up on the 9 of coins. 9 of coins is at y'all. If some of y'all are in separation, because this courting stand up here, because I came to the realization that people are still in the courting phase. Those that are healthy, in a healthy union, being attacked on the run tour, whether you in a union or not in a union, courtship is still in session for people. Yeah, from a distance and people in union. Never really got the chance to court. Nope. Spent a lot of time either jumped into marriage, which was the right thing to do if you was to ask me, or, spent a lot of the time getting to know one another. Wasn't like that. It was more like fighting against whoever was on your side of the family and fighting against whoever was on his side of the family, along with so-called friends that you find out ain't really friends. It's just a lot of shit that falls apart when man and woman who God ordained to be together come together. So it's really not a courtship. Like I said, you fuck around and end up in court. However, getting to know one another without all the outside noise or dirty looks or sabotaging and all that shit. All the playing too motherfucking much. Want to be in secret competition, frenemies, and that kind of shit. So some of y'all gonna be getting compensated, before your divine masculine surface and after he surfaces. Some shit really that was going on. Some of y'all got children by outside people. There's some shit going on deeper than God and tapped into. It's really depending on what you can handle. Because there's some foul shit coming down the pipe. 52. Some people denouncing their grandchildren, ancestors, especially if they talk to them and they didn't do what was right. It's just a lot going on. Wheel of Fortune is Aunt Caroline. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. See? Ecclesiastes 3:1. So if they wanted to go Bible, yeah, I understand it's a time for that shit. Clearly, you said incest, right? Within the family that you created with your wife and then these outside women or two wives or whatever the case want to be. It's a time for y'all to be doing that shit when people did not come out of either one of you. Comes to your home since you still want to play family because you be needing a break every now and then. And the babysitter is cool every day. No, the fuck it ain't. If you feel like some shit like that, you shouldn't even be in America. You should really be in the Middle East. At least the laws would cover some of that shit. It ain't going to cover it in America. You're going to be looked at as a rapist, a pedophile, and everything else. Where the lie at? Botched plans, man. This shit is botched as fuck. Aunt Caroline is standing in the doorway of her home in Newport. Some of y'all may live there. Newport, surrounded by reporters. Caroline Dye, a.k.a. Aunt Caroline, was born into slavery in South Carolina. Some of y'all may be from the Carolinas, like I said. Before being relocated along with her parents to Arkansas. After being freed in 1865, she married and began her work as a cartomancer. Playing cards were her specialty. Aunt Caroline had been aware of her psychic gifts as a child, and she quickly earned a reputation as an effective and reliable counselor. Her clients were racially diverse, and it was not uncommon to see entire train cars of people disembarking in Newport to seek out her services. Aunt Caroline was industrious too. She sold meals to crowds of people who awaited her, and she invested in land and property with the money she earned. There's also a legend that she buried a cache of gold somewhere in the area. After her death, many people tried to find the treasure but were unsuccessful. Some of y'all may be finding the treasure because it says that particular card. So if y'all buy land or buy a house or something, y'all may find something. After her death, many people tried to find the treasure but were unsuccessful. Aunt Caroline's skill, an amazing rags to riches story are two reasons why she became a legend. When Aunt Caroline appears in a reading, it is an indication that fate is a factor regarding whatever you are inquiring about. Rack your brain about what you or someone else could have done differently. If you like, but the truth is that everything turned out exactly how it was supposed to. This could be a very hard pill to swallow in an age when people want to believe their thoughts or choices always dictate outcomes. The existence of a greater plan is not a welcome concept today because it implies vulnerability, which is automatically translated to weakness in the minds of many. We are used to images of people casually walking away in slow motion from explosions or crashing through windows without a scratch. We then want to be indestructible, inflammable people too, but this is not the movies. Bitch, this ain't no motherfucking movie. We know in real life that those characters most likely would have died in that raging inferno, and that the window crasher would be blinded or cut to ribbons. The audience likes that these things didn't occur. They like the implication that the characters escaped or were cooler than what fate had planned for them. And Caroline teaches us that this way of thinking is a fantasy. No one can escape their fate. And incidents are not accidents. And incidents are no accidents. She also teaches us to expect the unexpected. This card may also be trying to tell you that to understand why things are happening or why they turn out the way that they did, you must consider the bigger picture. If you receive Aunt Carolina reading, consider the following. Have you thought about turning that unexpected incident into an opportunity? Some of them took it a step further and got y'all children took. Like, people did shit to people and then called social services on you when they really should have been calling social services on themselves. Yep. This was fated. When one door closes, another one opens. Was it really an accident? No. Your luck is about to change. You don't like change? Tough shit. It's about to. We're all just players in one big chess game. Do you really think this is all about you? Get out of your own way. Why were you born? Why are you here? Miracles happen every day. Do you respect the cycle of life? How do you feel about getting older? Some of these people may be planning on or already did sending you death threats and shit like that. They out there fucking, come on, y'all. Bitch, this ain't no motherfucking movie. You going to prison. Okay? And you did it like a motherfucker. Whatever it is that these people are trying to hide from y'all concerning y'all children. They'll make your children look at you crazy and you don't know nothing about what's going on. Because if you ask and your children don't tell you. And then if you had the type of mother like I had, it's kind of like, it would appear to the public that my mother was telling me to just pay my nieces and nephews to keep my son, like we was trying to keep it in too. When that wasn't the case. It's just she got Southern roots, and she real. It's like her own particularness and her own covetousness for real fucked me. Because, I had people that I could have took them to. She would, you don't get taken. Obedience is better than sacrifice. That is my mother. However, I don't know all this shit. And if I'm interrogating my son and I know when to stop it when it gets toxic, then I'll miss something. On top of motherfuckers fucking with witchcraft, God being involved in the concealment of it to move them out of the way of the public. I didn't have my son till I was 34. So, my sister started having children. She was pregnant with her first child when I graduated high school. So what the fuck would I know? If they only come into my house, ain't no need for me to go over her house, especially with her being a Muslim. I was a Christian. Go over her house for what? Shit changed. You know what I'm saying? The way they run their household is different. However, as the time moved on, clearly people got lackadaisical in their fantasy. It ain't all about you. There's other people in the world, including me. I didn't come with a baby. I didn't have my child till I was 34. He was born into sin. He was born into what was already corrupted and fucked up. And wasn't planning on having him until I got a break and got remarried again. I didn't give a fuck if it was a third time. That's my business. And it definitely wouldn't have been to the one that I married the second time. That was a trap. People play hella games, and before you know it, they out of them motherfucking games. This ain't no motherfucking chessboard. This ain't no motherfucking game. People treat your life like it is, though, because they act like ain't nobody else on the planet outside of them in their fantasy. I'm not on no damn chessboard, bitch. Because if a motherfucker put me as a chess piece, when you move me, bitch, pay me, bitch. I'm moving my body every day going to get what the fuck I need to get for my motherfucking self. I ain't no motherfucking tangible item on no motherfucking chessboard. If it ain't no movie, it damn sure ain't no chess game. Shit. Let me see what the fuck this Nine of Pentacles is about for y'all. Definitely money out here. That show said what this reading is going to be touching on. And sometimes if it's spread out and touch somebody, that person be the curse breaker, which could possibly be some of y'all children, where you won't know because they got to be the one to expose it. Because they'll realize it ain't normal, because when they come home with you, ain't no shit like that happening. Nine of Coins, golden seal. A woman lounges at home with all the trappings of luxury and refinement. The woman knows you're probably jealous of her, so she dons her dress with a pattern that protects her from the evil eye. In case that doesn't work, then she has a Sarracenia plant nearby. Some of y'all may want to look into that. Sarracenia. Sarracenia, which is said to protect its owner from negative energy. Positive meaning, positive reliance, well-deserved success, prosperity as a result of hard work, self-employed people, property owners, inheritance, material gain, creature comforts, upscale lifestyles, leisure time spent alone, luxury, discipline, avoiding the bad part of town, enjoyment of the finer things in life, people society considers classy, and taking the time to relax and unwind. Of course they're not going to fucking like you. This is what's coming after that. Strong family ties, supportive relatives, ancestors, inheritance, old money, proud legacies, trust funds, family gatherings, financial stability, plenty, respecting family traditions, business success, and unexpected windfall. See, that respecting family traditions, clearly she channeled something very old and something very, very sacred for real, that, you know, if you went more than one woman, you was immediately out of the family. You wasn't in a legacy. You wasn't in inheritances, because it says respecting family traditions. And most family traditions goes off of man, woman, child. Not man, sad woman, mistress, this, that. So traditions are strict pretty much. They stand. I said what I said. It's not moving, because that would be like religion, the standard that you return to once you don't deal too much out in the world and you lost your sovereign mind. It's a ruler. It's a standard. You got to come back to the standard in order to reset for real, to even reset morality in certain countries. Hell, in certain religions. People want me to keep putting this book up, but I ain't. Let's see what this Five of Knives is about, that y'all got victory over. A woman shows off a silver coin hidden beneath her tongue. This is called putting a bit in your mouth. It was believed by some root workers that if you had no choice but to lie in court, you would be freed of responsibility for lying and swearing on the Bible. So some people lying in court. Some people lying on y'all. And some of them are children. Some of them are teenagers, late 20s. They lying because they scared. They don't know what's natural and what's not. They don't know who would be considered guilty as a pedophile and who wouldn't. They fucked up. They don't know. If you had no choice but to lie. You see? So that would turn it back to the parents. It's always going to go back to the root. Making amends, conflict resolved, vindication, overcoming challenges, vengeance, righteous fury, treachery exposed, being prepared for battle, the end of attacks, fighting back, confronting evil, and compromise. Now this is what y'all dealing with, that y'all getting victory over. Manipulators, vengeful, betrayers, exploitation, one-upmanship. That's that game plan. Losing face, ain't able to save it, breaking down under pressure. Defeat, accepting it, some of them. Intrigue, still a little weird, still want to know You know, if they had sex with your child, if they molested your child, how would you be? Sick. For real. Rudeness, deceit, troublemaker, conflictual, surrender to God. Because a lot of these people proclaim that they know him. And he's saying, no, they are liars. They know themselves. That's why they can only come up with what they come up with. They can read books. However, their interpretation and perception of their books, will be seen through their sick perception. You can't help but see it in a sick way. If you're sick, that's why a lot of people, it's kind of like taboo to a degree. And I don't even know if that's the right word to use. However, if you're familiar with Islam, if you're familiar with the Nation of Islam, it's kind of like a battle between people that are in Orthodox Islam and people that are in the Nation of Islam, who also read the Holy Quran, go to Mecca, make Hajj, do everything that an Orthodox Muslim would do. It's just the fact that we are black in America, and because of the atrocities of slavery and because of the shit that happened to us trauma-wise through coming out of slavery, everybody got touched, even if you weren't a slave. It's just like what I'm saying now. Some of y'all children got touched, even though that wasn't their child to do that to. You need reformation. You don't need to go get another wife. When some people saw Elijah Muhammad got another wife because he didn't want to, scared, like would be in the Bible, like a prophet in the Bible. I'm not doing that. I'm good with his wife that he brought with him when he met Farad. I mean, I think if the FBI and the CIA were to look at his children, they wouldn't think that he was lying, that he was compelled, that he couldn't not, you know what I'm saying? So because he said, you're not able to do that, you can't do that, you're not me. One woman, the Holy Quran says one woman is good for you if you but knew. I don't want it. However, something going on. You're not a prophet. And if you are, the assignment I have, you don't. Respect those in authority over you even. You coming into a nation that he started with somebody else. You ain't start shit. So how they seen it, we're not listening to him. We're going out here going to get Islam over here. Even though he would have been the one that introduced them to Islam in the first place. They said, F him. We want more than one wife. Not realizing they was sick. Some of them had been molested as young boys. That's why they were so promiscuous, wanting another woman. It wasn't from a righteous standpoint. Well, no, okay, we've been in a state of war. Shit, polygamy started. Hell, Masons will do it just because of the widow. Needed somewhere to stay because her husband got killed off in the war. A brother having to take his brother's wife because his brother got killed. Some shit like that. These motherfuckers, honey, listen. Fantasies. Now look, kind of shit. Troublemakers, letting the ends justify the means, illegal gains, liars, humiliation, self-sabotage, negative energy, degradation, malicious rumors, haters, possessiveness, hidden enemies, hurt feelings, intimidation, frenemies, and ignoring warnings. Even if you didn't. When I say I crossed every T and dotted every I that I could working alone before I had my son and after, and I'm still coming up with more and more stanky ass shit that motherfuckers keep trying to cover. See, motherfuckers will admit it, but they won't accept it. You can't admit something without accepting it. For you to admit it, you acting like it's okay to do it when it is not, even if you want to go by the country that you live in, not permitting it by law. Fuck your fantasy. Ten of basket cases. A happy grill master and his family enjoy barbecue and moonshine infused with dandelion root. Happy family, spiritual contentment, consensus, harmonious relationships, blessings, shared values, friends who never let you down, reunions, stability, soulmates, camaraderie, unity, celebrations with loved ones, and ideal domestic situations. That's what you think you had, and you did not. Confirmation. What you did have: family disputes, losing your home, estranged spouses, which would be y'all divine masculine ghosting your asses, or the one that you keep being in union with. However, I'm pretty sure Beyonce and Jay-Z still have a touch and go relationship, and they've been married over 10 years. Kind of shit. You all right? You on your way, ain't you? Your flight got delayed again? Okay, man got delayed. Okay, well, where you gonna meet me at? We hear that? Always some bullshit. When a nice white family somewhere go to goddamn her husband go to Florida, he say he gonna be there for 3 days. This is getting extinct because some white businessmen coming up dead in Ubers in Atlanta, Georgia, in convenience store parking lots. However, we got a few American white families that say when they say that, they'll be there. And the wifey gonna be there to pick them up and the children gonna be in the car. And they gonna go home and everything gonna be hunky-dory like I just read. The 10 of baskets is supposed to be like. Family secrets, broken homes, toxic relatives, abusive parents, empty nest syndrome, unhappy childhoods, homesickness, instability, rebellious teens, and custody battles. That's what y'all dealing with. After COVID, it showed you exactly what the fuck was going on. It's very few people who truth is what the fuck I first read. Family barbecues, laughing, enjoying. Ain't nobody getting touched and molested. Everything is everything. Everybody on the up and up. They gonna keep your child because they know you need a break. You ain't gotta give them no money. And they ain't gonna molest them just because you ain't give them no money. Shit like that. Extinct. Everybody is looking for something. Okay. Sweet dreams is made of fleas nowadays, bitch. Made of these motherfuckers made of fleas, bitch. Cut the check. Bust it down. Turn your koofy down. Pow. Now turn the koofy down. Yeah, somebody gonna be cutting y'all checks. 3 men and women ain't did shit. You're gonna be getting cut checks. Heavenly check, bitch. Money out of nowhere, bitch. Honey, people giving you money out of nowhere, honey. It's gonna be people in heaven moving on people's heart to do it. Not like, because we ain't there. Unexpected income. When you pay yourself, so you can do something nice for yourself if there's somewhere to do something nice at. You is in that 9 of coins. So clearly y'all know the side of towns to go to where you don't end up in a motherfucking shootout. A lot of ancestors, they coming back. They gonna be coming back. They no COVID, COVID. A lot of COVID babies ain't returning it. Some they like sprinkle. They bust the power move. Where ancestors will be coming back all the time. Well, you would know. Okay, that's my. I see my. It really slowed up around 2012. That's just how I feel. Well, you can see remnants, but you know damn well that ain't your father kind of shit. They about to be on some other shit. Don't that look silly? Coming back. Hell no. Some deep shit. Somebody y'all was supposed to have, some baby y'all was supposed to have that didn't. They may have came on their own. So when they do return, it would be like you having an ancestor. Because they been here. You just wasn't their mother when they came. Baby. This remind me of Antoine Fisher. He ain't feel right until he got with his real people. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all came out damn near clean, being that it's a collective judgment going on, a God, a divine judgment. Some of y'all came out of that shit. I mean, like, damn. That's why people that would never cut checks, ancestors that would never give a fuck, cut y'all checks. Not a liar. Checking out to be straight up and down. 5 of sticks. Just motherfuckers always envious of you. You will know they talking about you, but her, she's casting something on them because she hears them talking about her. That's what this card is about. Y'all would hear it, may look mad like this, and ignore it and carry the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Clean hands, clean heart. Ain't into hurting people. You think that shit weird. Just like you think molestation and pedophilia is weird. And the ends don't justify the means. It just doesn't. 2 of sticks. Yeah. Some people family gonna die out in the wilderness because they're not into breaking generational curses. They kind of like a tell truth about each other and laugh. You know you slept with your uncle. Ha 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 ha. Kind of shit. So those type of families just gonna die out because they're not, where an ancestor would see that that's not the right way. You're not paying them any attention. It's kind of like truth setting them free in the weirdest motherfucking way you can imagine. Not your vibe. Some of you, not your vibe. No. Six of baskets. You see, weird. Six of baskets is he put a hex on her. So I'm not telling him what the fuck. This shit deep rooted as fuck. This little boy did something in order to make her like him or some shit. That's what that card is about. Coming up on the 10 of coins. Yeah, y'all gotta be careful. Y'all gotta be real careful and tap into y'all psychic abilities. You can't take nothing for granted. That's Dr. Grant. You can't take shit for granted. No. You can't look past shit. Nothing. If something look funny, check in on it, bitch. A twinkly eye out of a boy cousin to his girl cousin that you know is first cousins. What you got that twinkle in your eye for? Boy, that's your cousin. You ain't got to do that, but every so often while they there playing at the barbecue, keep checking up on it. People got caught slipping. They wasn't doing their due diligence and they wasn't passing down the traditions to do that. You have to come up with it, especially depending on the generation you're in, where your common sense tells you certain shit, or you do commune with your ancestors where they're able to put you up on game because ain't nobody gave you none. If you ain't got common sense or nobody within your family that do this gonna tell you that shit. And to keep doing that shit. Not just get who bringing the plates and this and that and all. We need to be talking about just more than that shit. And sometimes it takes for you, like I read in a beautiful channeling, where she's saying you know, you got to look at the bigger picture. Some shit had to unfold the way that it had to unfold. You had to you had to walk a certain road. People are so weird with time because they'll say, well, if she know all that, why she didn't do this and that? However, they don't realize they may be 5 years younger than you or 5 years older than you, or maybe old as fuck, like 20, 30, 40 years older than you. Like, listen, I came up with you together. So the road I was walking when you were not paying attention, I was either paving them or paying attention to them. So once I got to the end of the pavings and the paying attention, now I have this information, and I know this to be a fact because I observed shit while I was paving and observing the bullshit around here and every fucking where. That's called wisdom. So I had to go to work, get gold, and pave ways and observe and get wisdom. What do you have to contribute since you worried about when the fuck I came with the information that I gathered with my hard work and my pain and my eyes and my common sense and my brain and my intelligence and my motherfucking emotions kept intact and my discipline of my tongue and minding my fucking business? What the fuck you got? What you bring to the table, nigga? Besides playing cards. While you talk about motherfuckers reading tarot, what do you got? Besides 50 lighters on the dresser, none of them work, nigga. What do you got? Always talking that same cliche ass bullshit program in the box ass thinking and don't challenge that shit. None. But able to keep the truth alive that you slept with your daughter kind of niggas. What? You ain't sacred, you nasty. And you out your motherfucking mind. The big house. It's like prison? I don't know. Or slavery. I don't know. We'll see. Daughter of baskets. Right. Right. While a motherfucker would stay stuck in this shit, hexing people, everybody they hear talking about them, it's other motherfuckers that's gonna keep minding their business, paving the road, observing the road, getting their wisdom and getting their gold, bitch. Not sitting up worried about who the fuck is talking about them while they walk and doing what the fuck they need to do for their motherfucking livelihood. It's called minding your motherfucking business. And don't nobody want your business. It just keeps spreading like cancer. Remote island, Middle East. Was always options for people that swear you in their business. And their business became your business by motherfucking default while you was paving and observing. You don't even know what the fuck that's about. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Tower. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it, the owl also, and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. Isaiah 34:11. So if y'all inherited some property, ain't nobody coming to take shit. Ain't nobody doing shit. They might as well say that's their house. Did y'all hear what I just read from Isaiah? It don't matter if you don't read the Bible. The Bible is older than a lot of niggas talking that shit. And ain't nobody gonna know them when they die outside of the disgraceful shit that they've been doing that they want to admit but not accept. Yeah. Like if somebody were to come to your house, it would, and they wasn't welcome there, and they was on some like that's theirs kind of shit, it would instantly, your ancestors would instantly put them in confusion. They wouldn't be able to fight you if they wanted to. Nothing there. They would realize it's a stone of emptiness because ain't nothing near theirs. It's yours. It says, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion. You cross this line, you're going to go crazy or get confused. Because you must got shit confused. Clearly, these motherfuckers been doing some shit to y'all, and what y'all inherited this far ain't even what you're going to keep inheriting from all the atrocities done behind some of y'all backs. Some of y'all are aware, some of y'all are not. A woman looking at a plantation home with a rose-colored lens is unable to see the suffering of the people plummeting from the window. It's like they don't even exist. There is no greater symbol of Southern gentility than a majestic plantation home surrounded by lush Victorian gardens. Every year, millions of people from all around the world flock to the South for plantation tours as their guides brattle on about lemonade, quaint customs, and corseted balls during what many call a simpler time. What they don't tell you is that most of those villages and fields were already there and thriving prior to the arrival of foreigners. In other words, indigenous people were literally forced to work on their own land. So while this simpler time was certainly the reality for hundreds of prosperous slave owners, it was not for thousands of enslaved people and indentured servants. For them, the big house was far from beautiful and was instead an unpredictable house of horrors. So some of y'all may be inheriting things. If y'all inherited a house, Auntie Maya Angelou once said, and I was like, man, that's that you know what goes on in a house gets locked in the walls because electricity is in the walls. And because we're electricity, we're water, yeah. However, we're a lot electricity. That's why you call yourself a light being. You know what I'm saying? Life is light. So that shit be all in the walls, whatever they do. Incest, arguing, fighting, whatever it is that they did in the house that y'all may inherit or going to inherit, those walls gonna talk to your motherfucking ass. So you gotta be prepared for what come along with something where some people may have accused y'all of overlooking it. You didn't see they suffering, this and that. It's all a blame game for people who think the world revolves around them. Like for people that think that, they created a fantasy where they incubated themselves. And then when what they were doing seeped out because it was that toxic, now it becomes, how didn't you see our suffering? How was I supposed to? If it's insulated, if you want it that way, if you want your business, stay out my business. This my family, this my wife, this my husband. These are my children. You stay out of there. You stay out of my house. You stay out of our business. Okay. When you do, they say, you wear rose-colored lenses, unable to see the suffering of the people plummeting from the window. It's like they don't even exist. Some of y'all children may feel like that if y'all took them over somebody's house. Even if y'all asked them, you cool going over here, they would have said, yeah. For whatever reason, it could have been demonic strongholds. It could have been a whole bunch of shit. They would feel like you are leaving them like they don't even exist when you more than likely was carrying your ass to work. And if you weren't carrying your ass to work, you was carrying your ass somewhere to get relief from being at work. No different than the people in the house that you may have dropped your child over. However, were you paying them? Because nowadays you got to pay people to watch your child, even if it's your motherfucking family. You just do. People do not understand that I paid my family to watch my son. Just because on some real shit, me paying them may not have gotten my son violated, which I felt like he was in this house. Whether it was them hitting on him, it don't matter. Not feeding him, eating his food, doing little sick shit from the sickness they had going on within their personal microcosm. On God, I really feel like if I hadn't paid him, he would have got slaughtered, maybe be dead by now. I knew because I was paying them anything that I wasn't catching about them or anything he wasn't telling me about them would at least keep them off of him like they were hyenas and werewolves because they got $50. Do you hear what the fuck I'm saying? I'm not stupid. People are just greedy and narcissistic and think the world revolves around them and create these fantasies and these illusions. And then as soon as you come to break up the illusion, they come attacking you, but then say you're the person with the rose-colored lenses on. Well, bitch, every time I try to set you free with the truth, you keep on locking yourself into admitting a lie, but accepting that it is not one. What do y'all do here in this house? You keep saying it's your business. I'm trying to protect your boundaries and mine too. And I'm also trying to protect the child that I'm bringing over here that I'm paying you to watch because I'm going to work or I'm going somewhere to get relief from it. That's a normal motherfucker. Ain't anybody dropping their kids off to a house where they getting slaughtered and you going to suck somebody's penis every time. Bitch, you need to see about seeing if that shit can go on a motherfucking 1040 form and put it on your taxes and make it employment, bitch. For real. Move to Vegas, bitch. Be creative with whatever your gift is, bitch. When a big house comes up in a reading, it may be trying to prepare you for a sudden change and the subsequent trauma that will come from it. There will be no opportunity to adjust. You will simply have to deal with things the best way you know how. If you are not a big embracer of change or you don't like surprises, life is about to suck big time, but it doesn't have to. The best thing to do when you get the news is to fight the urge to resist or deny whatever is occurring and try your best to look on the bright side. If there is no bright side or you're presently unable to see it, then seek support immediately. Reach out to fake family, friends, and neighbors, or call a hotline and talk to someone. You have better chance with hotline, talk to someone. It's important that you have people around now that can keep you focused and grounded as the winds of change uproot all that seemed permanent. If you don't, you better have God. I'm telling you now. Because you will fold with this kind of shit. At least your ancestors, bitch. 4 angels and some more niggas. You hear me? Consider the following when this shit drops. Your plans may be disrupted in a way you can't imagine. Is this a breakdown or a breakthrough? In what way does this change hurt your ego? Things may actually turn out better in the end. What or who do you need to help you through this difficult time? God and your ancestors, like I said. If you ain't got that thing tight built with God, baby, because he be busy. And when he see you stupid, where he see exactly where you went wrong, and he's still waiting on you to admit it and accept that you full of shit, and you went on you broke your neck trying to do some shit. If he see you keep dancing around that, all he do is walkthroughs, ate a cup, ride or wait. Put it in your mind, bitch, if you an avid tarot watcher. Honey, baby, see you. He not about to sit there. You said you believe in who? Do you know him? He ain't got time to be here and you sat up there telling them lies. He gone. So, honey, baby, listen. Ancestors or something like I said. 4 angels or something. Cherubim. What you want to do? There is a danger of going completely off the rails. Mind your temper. And just like that, it's over. Pick up the pieces and let it go. How could this experience inspire you to new heights? Why do you think that idea just came out of the blue? Perhaps it's not such a big surprise at all. You just weren't ready to see it. The truth hurts. Daughter of baskets. The daughter of baskets is generally the bearer of good news. On the positive side, she is charming, imaginative, creative, loyal, and has great communication skills. On the negative side, she is delusional, jealous, a pathological liar, a con artist, or suppresses her feelings. In a reading, if she doesn't represent a little person with these qualities, then she represents these attributes. Possibly two different people, two different archetypes. Some of y'all were charming. Hear me out. Charming, imaginative, creative, loyal, has great communication skills, jealousy, got a little jealousy, and suppress your feelings sometimes. The other person, charming, imaginative, creative, delusional, jealous, envious, pathological liar, and a con artist that suppresses their feelings. Angry outbursts. That's why I said control your anger. And the other. Whew. Miss Ida in that house, honey, about to tell y'all something. Pay attention now. Y'all got children in your house. 7 to 9s. She crazy. Do she be the baker in the family? Prayerfully she don't be putting pee in there. With them lemon meringue pies, you know what I'm talking about? Dookie in that bean pie. Plant dogwood. A housewife is cooking a meal for her husband, but before she serves it, she must remove all of the black cock feathers she placed in the soup to keep him faithful. It's a common practice for women to use menstrual blood and for men to use semen for the same purpose. Oh, really? Tell on them then. No wonder all this E. coli, FDA shit. Strategic planning, a sincere apology, constructive criticism, reparations, confessions, lone wolves, and turning over a new leaf. I don't know if you want her to be the one that's cooking. That new leaf may be just another herb to put in that motherfucker, along with some minces. And men spit in your shit, put the semen in there. So you gotta watch them motherfuckers too. Not stir. Nasty bones. Don't never change. Oh, you nasty girls don't mean a thing to me. Not stir. I don't do no shit like that. No. I do Reiki. That's like having halal meat. Yeah, this shit. Put no motherfucking bodily fluids and nobody goddamn fuck. And they be talking about a motherfucker with cats. Cats were derived from great places, great palaces in Egypt. They like, if you don't shut the fuck up, they make you be clean. You cannot be nasty with no cat. That's why motherfucker APL shit like that be looking at niggas like us, who cats like. And they really saying fuck women for real. If you pick it up, cats is going more towards men, and a lot of them black. Feel safe. That's what they told me. You hear me? They done with the women's kind of shit. I ain't lying. Feel more comfortable with men. So be careful with them cats if you a lady. You can mean all the good in the world. There's just shit going on. And they sick of being lied on. They make you clean up. They was in royal palaces for the mice. They just end up getting an upgrade. That's like a motherfucking waitress making it to motherfucking CEO of the restaurant, bitch. Yeah, y'all got us for mice. However, once we finish showing you how intelligent and funny we are, you're going to want us for pets. And that's how the fuck it happened. Honey, if that shit ain't clean, bitch, APO be talking about niggas like me. Honey, baby, listen. Charge it to the enemies I got, bitch. Hidden and known. Second of all, what's up with these bitches with them in their house and their house nasty than a motherfucker? That's a telltale sign you need to send them folks. They don't fuck with no nasty ass shit. That bitch is covered in and some more shit. They don't play that nasty shit. They will make you clean it up. They'll spill the shit so you will have to clean up everything instead of just redoing the litter. They'll knock this shit all out, all over. They got the little vacuum thing. You will be doing that. However much they gonna go beyond whatever little contraption you think working perfectly. Oh, they gonna get that shit out there just so you can sweep the whole goddamn kitchen and mop it again. Oh, shit. I be looking like y'all motherfucker worry about the wrong thing. For real. Shit. These motherfucker putting semen, piss, doo-doo, all kind of shit. You worry about a cat, a click, a motherfucker. They should work for the sanitation department. Shit. For real. The lies that be told on Allah's creation be crazy. By his creation. Like, you ain't made shit. Miss Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson. I'm Ray Robinson. 96. Somebody got their Bible and they gun. Honey, let me tell you something, honey. The big queen. Ooh, somebody, a Native American, the big queen in the house, honey. They come to that line, they gonna get confusion. They gonna be looking just like this. They know it too. You sorty as fuck. You sorty. Somebody great grandma showing these hoes how sorry they is that they can't pull up and try to get your house that you got inherited, honey. And more where that came from because you did such a good job being an adult kind of shit or a human being. Give me a fucking break. Some of y'all may have some gold on y'all property. Y'all got some land or something. I don't know. They saying something about it. I mean, it's all coming on about the land. Some of y'all may have some money. Jezebel root. Prepare the table, watching the watchtower, eat, drink, arise, ye princes, and anoint the shield. Isaiah 21:5. Isaiah kicking up, man. Some of y'all part of the Black Hawk tribe. A carnival Indian queen smiles as she displays her Black Hawk bucket. Black Hawk was the leader of the Sauk and Fox tribe, S-A-U-K and Fox tribe. He was a powerful warrior. This a woman or a man? It's like an androgynous energy. However, they're stating that it is a man. He was a powerful warrior who was well known for his bravery in resisting colonial encroachment on his land and a way of life. A spiritualist leader from the Midwest named Mother Leafy Anderson petitioned the spirit of Black Hawk for protection in her temple. The big queen. Yeah. It's a man. Oh, see what I'm saying? It is. It's an androgynous being. It really is. No, for real. Like, wherever this person is, neither male nor female exists. Like, it's not even a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, damn, it say big queen. However, then it gave male energy, then it came back to now saying this is what it is. However, it's not a slip up as far as English is concerned, it's the energy behind what I'm saying. Like you can, when you're reading energy or whatever, people that are dumb, that are like people that are dumb as far as spiritual things, they real carnal minded. Everything has to be in a book. Everything they think that somebody had to have said it. If you say it right here in this dispensation of time, they don't listen. Like they said, a prophet gets no love in their own home. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, these type of motherfuckers, you can't really pay them no attention. They'll be all right. Anyway, a spiritualist leader from the Midwest named, some of y'all may be from the Midwest, Mother Leafy Anderson petitioned the spirit of Black Hawk for protection in her temple. Today, many spiritualists and root workers in Louisiana and beyond work with Black Hawk to ensure victory against their enemies. The tradition of carnival Indians in New Orleans, as we know them today, dates back to the early 18th century. When enslaved Africans arrived in Louisiana, many of them sought refuge among the indigenous people and were offered it. As a result, the cultures and bloodlines mixed in. Their descendants still pay homage to the spirit of love, freedom, friendship, and resistance that brought their ancestors together. This thereby made the Carnival Indian a symbol of boundless beauty and invincibility. Though most Carnival Indians may be considered patriarchal to some due to the hypervisibility of men and boys, the Big Queens play an essential role in their tribes. The archetype of the Big Queen is not only the vision of beauty with her ornately embellished garments, but she is also an artist, a teacher, a peacemaker, and a protector of the sacred tradition. The Big Queen is everything. See what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's like really having each other's back. Where it'll say Big Queen, but the energy of her husband will come through. And I was telling y'all that in a previous reading. I got so many videos, and I'm just not willing to give up this particular channel. Where I was talking about the experience with my ancestors personally. My grandmother don't really say nothing. My grandfather do all the talking, and he really not a man of many words, and neither is my mother's father. However, he do all the talking. The women rarely say any fucking thing. They'll come in action, do something. However, communicating with you all the time, if they had a husband, no. That's when it's like that. You be feeling, granddad, when grandma is around, all you see is granddad kind of shit. What Zionists are trying to stop. These are Zionist people. They crazy as fuck. Something wrong with them. It really is. They don't believe in traditions. They don't believe in man, woman, child. They don't believe in family structure. Like anything. Just let's be wild and do whatever we want to do. That's what God made us for. But never really remembering to clean up after themselves. If they do, they throw it, on other people to hide the bullshit. When the Big Queen appears in a reading, you are being asked to consider your roots in regards to Mother Wit. What would your ancestresses say about whatever is going on in your life? What advice would they give? How would they handle the situation? The wisdom of our mothers is a portal to the past. That doesn't mean that you must do things exactly as they did or perceive the world exactly as they perceived it, because that would be impossible. What it does mean is that they should be given an opportunity to speak to you via your consideration. This not only connects us with the women in our bloodline, but also with nature as a whole. The change of the seasons and the cycles of birth, death, and decay will always be, but it is space between that a Big Queen inhabits. It is the spirit of continuity and the joy that its true comprehension brings that ensure nothing is ever truly lost, even if it can't be found for now. Therefore, there's always abundance, always beauty, and always a reason to celebrate. The girl that made this, she just makes me just gloat. I just love when Black people's beauty comes out. I really do. Oh, look at that. A natural channeler. This is an illustrator. Dope, right? She bad to the bone, too. They tapped in. They went into some deep slavery shit. She fucked around and had... The author fucked around and had ancestors that were the slaves of the illustrator. God damn. Real talk. For them to come up with this body of work, this is beautiful. And I was like, damn, I want to start using this as a regular deck. Every time I say that, I just get taken away from it. However, this deck been calling me to get it when I was trying to just stick with Rider Waite. I'm like, okay, now the Hoodoo deck wants to go out all the time. Like it's the Rider Waite. Fine. We must have some old Hoodoo shit we got to deal with. Bristol's Funeral Home. Yeah, this lady something else. That story on that lady is something else. It got something to do with it got something to do with her getting back at somebody. Like this lady turned into this lady because she was this girl. Somebody said something to her at church. I don't know if it was right or wrong. However, she felt like the ends justify the means. I'll catch y'all up on it once I read what Big Queen want to say to y'all when they ask y'all to consider. Especially when you see that 1222. How do you give and receive pleasure? How do others in the world come into play? Do I accept abundance into my life? How? Eat, drink, and be merry. All that glitters isn't gold, but it sure is pretty. Do I accept compliments for my beauty and or style with grace? What aspect of your life do you need to nurture most? What aspect could use more nurturing? Which family members or friends do I nurture most? Am I neglecting anyone who deserves my attention? Do I purposely seek reasons to smile and laugh out loud every day? How often you reflect on the beauty of being alive and of being you? And am I still connected to nature and the earth, or have I lost my way? What do I do on a regular basis to help me restore my sense of balance in a hectic world? Go camping, take a walk in the park, be careful, and maybe buy a plant or 3. Like the one that I said y'all should buy to help y'all to stave off y'all enemies. How does all the knowledge I've accumulated or spiritual work I've done benefit my family and my community? What is my legacy? What does your mother or mother figure have to say about that? Let's go into 9 of Sticks. Well, Miss Robinson, she talking to me. So let's see what the fuck she talking about. Some of y'all grandmothers went with that spitting in people's food and doing all that weird ass shit. It's kind of like they would be saying what parents say today. I don't know where they got that shit from. Shit. You know? Some of the stuff that people be doing today. Parents, people my age, 45, 50. I don't know where they get that shit from. This was y'all grandmama. Y'all call her Big Mama. That's what she said about her children. She don't know where they got that shit from. She don't do shit like that. Okay. She like, my cornbread was safe. She don't know where they get that in. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Genesis 1 and 2. Miss Robinson is the devil in this deck. Orangeburg, South Kakalaki, South Carolina. Oh, okay. This is when they were saying something, but she's a devil. Yeah. Because she just does shit. She goes places. Y'all got people like this too. She goes to church because she knows people knows that she's a root worker. And she knows they're going to say something rude. People are predictable. So since they're so predictable, I'm going to go to church, have them say something to me because I know they're going to say it. And then I'm going to root them in order to kill them, to get money off of them, and then go to their funeral and get the obituary for my own pleasure. You heard what I said? She go to churches. These kind of people go to churches knowing you going to know they're a witch. You fuck around and give them a dirty look. You fuck around and say something. They know you're going to do it. And they're going to do something to kill you or kill somebody that you're close to. Come to the funeral. Get a program and laugh at your motherfucking ass. Because you should mind your business. Kind of shit. Can't a woman come to church anymore. Kind of situation. 9 of 6. Pepper. Pepper. Some of y'all people used to throw pepper in people's eyes. Y'all got some dirty ancestors. Yeah, pull up on them. They got some pepper in their hand. Throw it in your motherfucking eyes. Overplay some cayenne too. Ooh. And dust them off and run. Hell no. An oppressed woman has finally decided that enough is enough. She protects herself with a mojo bag, a Bible, and a pistol. The skull top sticks represent the ancestors looking like Tupac grandmama. So the ancestors who have been waiting for her to make a move and are willing to provide assistance. Oh, got that Tupac. Tupac got his gun right on his lap. If y'all can't see it, can y'all see Tupac gun on his lap? Do y'all be seeing it on there? Who is that, your auntie? He glad to assist her. Hell no. Some of your ancestors off the chain. Defending yourself, a test of faith, perseverance, being prepared, a fight to the death, willpower, resilience, guarding your boundaries, and an attitude of would rather do than die. They would rather, listen, guarding your boundaries and an attitude of would rather do than die. Rather do than die. Them trying to murder me, so I got to murder them first. Emergency. Doctors performing procedures. I ain't trying to be facetious. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Negative, a defeatist attitude, paranoia, refusing to compromise, having no backbone, and getting hurt as a result of trusting the wrong people. Some people gonna be stuck with their eyes in their head like this. God got some of them stuck like that. Anything you say, that's what they do. Anybody say your name, that's what they do. Anybody say something about your platform, your successes. You know, some of them did that when people were saying it about your child. Y'all was taking your child over certain people's house. That's what they do when people say something about you. Say something about how cute your child is. They doing that in the other room. Shit you don't know. Do you hear me? Gullah Jack, baby. I'm trying to tell you. Suicidal. These motherfuckers are suicidal, bro. Some people want to get hung for the shit they did. Like, can't live with themselves. I'd rather do than die. Can't live with themselves. Need somebody to do it for real. Or do it themselves. They going through it. I'd rather do than die. Scared, fearful, wanna die, can't die. Wish somebody just get them off the earth so they don't have to be acquainted with being a pedophile, touching kids. Just because they trusted the wrong people, and some of them people may have been their parents. And some of their parents may have been their mother that trusted the father too much, or the father that trusted the mother too much. And if it's more women involved and more children, then, you know, it goes, you know, a whole bunch of distrust, a whole bunch of competition, a whole bunch of lies, a whole bunch of slander, a whole bunch of excessive gossip, a whole bunch of competition, secret competition, frenemies, false egos, feeding off of who grind them better. Nothing to do with the war we've been in, Cold War for real, which is war that's kind of like bubbling over into active war. That's why Trump call it a swamp too. Don't swamps kind of bubble when they real toxic and fucked up? A bubble, a bubble. Somebody a snitch. They wanted that because of that. You see how people are crossed up? Like some people want to die because they're a snitch, and what they consider snitching is freeing some child that got touched by somebody that making everybody think that it's right and exact on what they did, or an intimidator, intimidate people to shut up. We touch little boys. Allah said he'll leave you alone with your devils, and he'll make your body parts testify against you. Why would he have time to sit there and watch you wrestle with your devils? Who is you? What you will figure out sooner or later is that you ain't him. You definitely know that. With all that carrying on kind of shit. The heart of a man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. Proverbs 16:9. Gullah Jack has a noose around his neck, but his face is serene. He has a Congo cosmograph as his third eye. Gullah Jack, questionable birth year, 1822 death, was a Bakongo prisoner of war who was sold into slavery in Zanzibar. He was eventually sent to Charleston, South Carolina, and purchased by a man named Paul Pritchard. Gullah Jack had a reputation as a powerful root worker with a particular talent for making protective amulets. This may have been one of the reasons Telemek, aka Denmark Vesey, recruited him to plan a revolt consisting of only African-born men against the colonists. Gullah Jack instructed the rebels to eat a special diet of corn and peanuts the day of the attack and provided them with crab claws as a talisman to keep them safe. He also threatened to put the root on any other slaves who spoke of the plan. Unfortunately for the rebels, the plan was betrayed and the revolt was suppressed. All of the plotters, including Gullah Jack, were sentenced to death, but not before Gullah Jack used mysterious hand gestures, presumably to curse all of their oppressors. Gullah Jack was hanged on July 2nd, 1822. When Gullah Jack appears in a reading, you are most likely feeling stuck or severely limited. This card asks that you endure any discomfort, pain, or humiliation nobly until it's time to get moving again. In the meantime, there's nothing you can do except be patient. This would be an excellent time to take up a course of study, practice meditation, read philosophy, and pray. Ask for the wisdom to know exactly what to do and how to get done once your life is no longer on pause. Whatever you do, don't try to resist or force things to proceed prematurely. This card is a reminder to be a man or woman enough to accept any consequences of your actions. If the current stalemate is the direct result of your own ignorance or bad choices, then tough shit. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. You'll be free once the necessary lessons have been learned. Gullah Jack could also be trying to tell you that sometimes the sacrifice of your own desires for the good of the whole is the right thing to do. If you receive Gullah Jack in a reading, consider the following. I bet the Carolinas got some, that's where Uncle Bobby from. I bet they got some deep energy up in that motherfucker. Like on some New Orleans, Louisiana, other shit. If you receive Gullah Jack in a reading, consider the following. Wait, pause and reflect. It's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. Accept it. This is just the way it is and the way it has to be for now. What will it take for you to just let it go? It's okay to change your mind. If the sacrifice is worth it, then what are you waiting for? Now it's time to put the needs of others first. Okay. What people don't understand is you have to really be intelligent to view tarot. You can't be spooky. You can't be programmed. You can't be none of that shit. Because you got to know what resonates with you, first of all. You got to know what resonates with you. Second of all, you have to understand that your energy, no matter when you watch this reading, whether you're watching it now, whether you're watching it later, it doesn't matter. Who I'm talking to is going to watch it. It doesn't matter if they watch it 2 years from now, inshallah, if it's still up. Whatever they need at that time, that's what they will be given. However, you can't not be picked up. I don't watch it when they record, or I don't watch it on live. So how do they, like, why don't they just let it go? That's what some people's family members are saying. Some of you that read tarot. They can't let it go because you won't. You're in their quantum field. It doesn't matter if you don't watch it when they're live. It doesn't matter that you don't watch it when they're recording. You're going to watch it. You're talking about them. It's an intertwinement thing. And roots have to be worked out. Trust and know they do not want to talk about it. They've been done with it. And some of them haven't even got to the root of what the fuck is the stalemate going on in their lives. What the fuck? Why do they love life look like a train? Why do they love life look like a train wreck? Why do they have silicone coming out of their butt? Why do they got silicone rips in their titties? Why did they get a nose augmentation done? Why did they go get their waist done and their waist was naturally snatched? What the fuck is going on? It's a lot of shit people was doing to people. That's why this came up. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. People just wasn't getting charged for the shit that they was making people do out of their envy, out of their messiness, out of their greed, being like a Miss Robinson motherfucker, the devil. Being slick like a Gullah Jack. Every time somebody give you an opportunity, you squander it because you see an angle where you could be in charge and be the leader and you're not qualified. You just got took out of one situation and put in a damn near better situation, whether it was a plantation or not. Where did it say he got moved out of, y'all? Zanzibar. He was sold into slavery in Zanzibar. He was eventually sent to Charleston, South Carolina. He was a Buffalo Soldier. Slavery was all got to a point where it was all over the place. It's kind of like once black people went into slavery, once they got us from Africa and put us in America and we worked and they didn't come back for us. This is just how I feel. And I've been saying this so many times because this is really how I feel. That they didn't come back for us. White people were ready for them to come back. Like getting their shit prepared. Whatever little tools they use. Honey. Bomb squad, wooden guns. It don't matter. It don't matter. Because somebody, if they come back for them, then we got to deal with that. They realize they need some strong motherfuckers. Too strong for us. We tired now. So they really got to help us do this. And a lot of them, were royals. So, some people couldn't build. They just assumed they could. Kind of shit. So they had to learn alongside, or the master had to teach them so they could do it because he pooped from having to handle their big, strong ass. However, they didn't come. That shit turned into big business is what the fuck happened. Because they take a motherfucker from Zanzibar shipping him to South Carolina. That sounds like some Amazon shit. I think I want to see if they got some at Amazon. Sit out for and they ship it to me. Catch it. The fuck? He definitely was in a better spot and lost his mind. Depending on who he was in Zanzibar. He couldn't resist trying to overthrow them motherfuckers. Hell no. You just got here, cut. The slaves have been there. He got there in the 1800s. We went into slavery in 1555, so says the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Man, and I trust him. Okay, so yeah, we gonna go with that and not 18 kind of shit. America always trying to get rid of some shit. The deficit history, and let's forget about this. It's just too much. Drain the swamp, kind of shit. Who do you work for? Hell no. What they said his master name was. Oh my goodness. Ooh wee, honey, baby. Yo, I'm about to fan out some shit. When you see that 1222, bitch. At least you get the grace and mercy of Allah to even have that number to brace yourself for whatever the fuck gonna be coming to your phone, email, mailbox, bitch. Knock at the door. Okay. It say shit 1222. Oh my god. Maybe good news, because y'all gonna be getting some unexpected cash flow. Especially if you're a single divine feminine with chillums. Get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm gonna pull from this mystic palette. It wanted to come out. Your ancestors funny as fuck. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Some of y'all gonna have some of y'all gonna have your original baby that y'all didn't get to mother, but they came here. Like I told y'all about Billy. Billy would be my ancestor if I had her again. I didn't have her. She's just like they say, spirit babies. Just say this is Akashic and its roots for real. As above, so below. This is really basic shit for real. You already allotted these. You already choosing these meanings. Like naturally it could have happened. You know, just like who derived from you, that's your divine masculine or divine feminine. How many children? It's just natural. It's mathematics. That's how I would feel it would come organically with whatever it is that you can handle. And however many lifetimes, you know what I'm saying? My brother told me a number on the abortion side that he had girls get, and I was like, what? He don't give a fuck now. He free from that shit. I didn't say what, like what? I was like, what? That's crazy. He thought I was judging him. I'm a Virgo. No. We're like, damn, that's crazy for real. Like, how that make you feel? You cool with that shit? Fuck it. Shit. Because he could be a motherfucker that was a royal that had 70 children and know he didn't have the money that he used to have. So everybody got to go. You don't know. You feel me? And see, some people, children get lost in the sauce and just become more acquainted with guardians than their original parents that they never got to really come through and kick it with outside of the time when they was a royal. Oh yeah, you can start chipping away. Go from 70 to 7 kind of shit at least. It's depending on how old your soul is. How many y'all was able to produce? At what time did you have to produce it? What needed to be done? Were y'all in a part of an army? I mean, what was the country going through? Were you black? Were you Romanian? You know what I'm saying? For real. So yeah, some of y'all gonna be giving birth to soul babies. Like they came here. They could have been a great person. You just never, you know what I'm saying? For real. You never got to experience them. You could have been on the earth in the motherfucking audience already before them. Just wasn't their parent. The timeline may not have been conducive for some shit that you had to do and some shit they just wanted to do because they was that great. I want to go down there and be famous doing like Billy. I want to go down there one time and be famous. I'm gonna have one of these karmic motherfuckers be my mother coming up with shit like that. Hadn't yet tasted of the earth yet though. That's just what I feel. When they do blow it out the water, where did they even come from? Don't really belong in this time frame. kind of shit where they say you were born before your time. Them motherfuckers. Realize, this need to do something else before I come back down there. Cause that was awful. Strange fruit, mama. For real. You gotta get off into your Akasha. You gotta tap in. You gotta know. I used to pray for God to show me, and I had to be. I was bored for real, for real. Cause sometimes the last time I did that shit, it was like maybe 4 years ago, where I asked to know the deep things of God again, and I was like, why are you doing that when you already know what it got you before? Because you want to know the deep things. Like, okay, you about to, okay. It ain't just like, it's like this song, teacher, tell me how you do it. It looks kind of easy, like there was nothing to it. I sit up praying and know, God, tell me the deep things of God. Another brother Moses. Next thing I know, shit starts stirring up. Be careful what you ask for, you hear me? Father Sims. Let's look into that. Aquarian energy. Mother of baskets. Four of knives. Native American energy. Some of y'all end up having a Native American child. As an ancestor. They're going to be off the hook, honey. Off the hook. Son of coins. This came up in reverse. It wanted to, y'all. Oh, that's it. Did y'all know? They don't say shit. However, I think this is the truth. I think that they don't tell you if you a person that had to take Zofran when you was pregnant to keep you from throwing up, or you had a spitting kind of thing going on, or you got sick where you was sick for at least 6 months of the pregnancy. I'm talking throwing every smell, everything, can only eat certain. Surrogates make you sick because they're not the original father. That's what this is alerting me to. Because I'm like, why are they throwing this in reverse? Especially on top of a father Sims. Son of coins. Just in it for the money, not the love. A surrogate trapper made some of y'all sick. The original father is y'all twin flame. Thanks, ancestors, because I sure was supposed to tell y'all that and quick out. I think I have wrote it down. Let me see, y'all. Okay, I wrote this down. This is something else. This kind of deep. This remind me of the big house where they say y'all had on rose-colored glasses and wasn't looking at them, or y'all child may feel a certain type of way when y'all dropped them off and something may have happened to them and they'll blame you and you was clueless just trying to get to work to feed them. They hurl you in separation from y'all twins. Some of y'all family members did this shit. A whole bunch of people, but in y'all family. People in y'all business. Let's just say that. Even if they ain't your family, they operating like they is even. They hurl you in separation so they can mock God. Their psychology is if you can lay claim to something that you can't see, like your God, keep that same energy with your divine femme and divine masculine. You refuse to love us. These are entities, so it's a few of them. So it's a little group of these motherfuckers. It could be one motherfucker with a whole bunch of them talking, just one nigga talking. You know what I'm talking about? That crazy ass baby daddy. For what we do to you. You refuse to love us for what we do to you, but you're able to see us. So some of y'all still see y'all baby daddy. So he got something to do. Some of y'all baby daddy got something to do with, especially if y'all was sick and had to take Zofran too. Bitch, listen. That outside dick keep them hoes sick. That's some Louisiana shit. Okay, well, keep the same energy. Your God, you like to pray. You going to church now? Oh, okay. Oh, you studying Islam? Them type of motherfuckers. Oh, you read tarot. Oh, okay. What you Dr. Phil now? Them type of niggas. You can still see them and talk to them. So why don't you do like you do with the gods you can't see with your divine masculine? So they blocking you. Some of y'all babies' daddies is blocking y'all from y'all divine masculine. Love him and not see him like you do God. You see me every day and can't give me no ass. Can't even give me a hug. Kind of weird nigga. Psychology. God damn. Weird as fuck. Oh my God. Oh, show. Save me. Weird as fuck, bro. Who the fuck thinks like that? God damn. They go deep. My father said, maybe them niggas gonna get fucked up in that Bible. They don't even know what it's talking about. 60. Trying to pimp somebody. You going in church so they gonna pick up the Bible. They need to keep doing that shit. And come up with the deepest, dumbest shit. Blocking love because you don't want they trapper needs some money, give you sperm, some protein enzyme, and you produce a whole ass human being, and this nigga talking that shit. I cannot. This is the death card. Ancestors. The eye that mocketh at his father and despises to obey his mother. The ravens of the valley shall pick it out, and the young eagle shall eat it. Ooh. Some people gonna die for disobedience. One way or another. A happy baby is lying in a crib. Though her form is young, there is a part of her that is very old. The half of her face that is skeletal reflects this eternal connection with the ancestors. Ancestors veneration is one of the least discussed but most ubiquitous features of human life since time immemorial. Though the aesthetics of ancestral veneration vary depending on the culture, there are few people who feel comfortable with their dead just being dead. Instead, humans have created hundreds of other dimensions for their souls to inhabit, where they may or may not be accessible to the living. In Hoodoo, we may have access to any spirit of the dead if the deceased is willing and we are skilled enough to make and maintain contact. It was quite common in both indigenous American and African cultures to consult the ancestors via various methods of divination, channeling, or meditation for those in the community who had the skill and the authority to do so. The death of family members was no excuse to begin excluding them from the affairs of the nation, rites, and rituals, nor from accepting their input regarding the major life decisions of their living relations. In the traditional mind, neither time nor space could separate us from our kin. Ancestral veneration, however, is much deeper than lighting candles, attending special events, or asking questions now and then. Ancestral veneration, in its most traditional sense, is supposed to inform our behavior on a daily and continual basis. It's about knowing, honoring, and defending one's bloodline. It's about personifying the most esteemed values of our foremothers and forefathers and doing one's best to add on positively to your family's legacy. It's about reflecting on and identifying how our parents' and grandparents' actions affected our lives and considered how our decisions could affect our great-grandchildren tomorrow. Meaning, death is not a subject most Westerners or Western-educated people like to discuss. It's an event that will happen to each and every one of us, yet it is considered morbid, weird, or taboo to spend any time contemplating it. It cannot be spring, summer, or fall forever. Eventually, the end must come to make way for something new. Death is just the beginning of something, of that something. So when the ancestor card turns up in a reading, you are being reminded that the only thing that is truly permanent is impermanence. It's okay to be sad, it's okay to mourn, but you must let life go. Life goes on. If you receive the ancestors in a reading, consider the following. Every end is also a new beginning. The only thing that is constant is change. Put the past behind you and start over. Learn how to embrace the unknown. Do you know who your ancestors are? What does your lineage and ancestral heritage mean to you? In what ways are you and your ancestors the same? How are you different? Do you feel connected to your ancestors? Why or why not? Do you communicate with or venerate your ancestors? If not, why not? If so, how? do genealogy research, or create a family tree. Somebody got a question as far as she's saying the past, but they're holding on to ancestors. Why don't they just let them go? Some people saying that are religious, maybe scholars, I don't know. They look at it as a form of idolatry. And then other people, maybe people that do insurance fraud and want to know why you just won't let it go, kind of shit. Move on. We got the money, kind of shit. It's really not about them being the past because they're forever present. She just said that. It's called, what did she call it? Impermanence. Impermanence. Death isn't permanent, anything. You're just transitioning over. Energy doesn't die, it transfers over. You died before. When people like us that talk to ancestors hear you say that makes us laugh. Because it's like, okay, you don't remember that you died? So this is your first time at the rodeo. If somebody were to ask Billy that, then she would have the right to be like, what is it? Like, am I going to be where my mother at? Like, is she going to come get me right away from the underworld? Like, how does it work? You see, however, some of these people been here another brother Moses. So you died before. So what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you so scared? You did it before. You know, yes, you're going to tend to be that because you're here. You've been doing this for a certain amount of time. There's something weird. What is even over there? Honey, baby. A lot of people can't remember. A lot of people can't tell you verbatim. Some people just tell you what happens as soon as they cross over. When I crossed over, I seen my life flash before me. However, it was more of my future than it was of me on the other side of life. So it's not death. It wasn't. Near death experience. Near death. You died and came back. What did you see when you nearly died? I'm just saying. You more of what you was going to be doing in the future or some shit in your past? You need to hurry up and reflect before you end up over this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? For real. May give you a glimpse on where you going. And say, I seen angels. Okay, you came back. Oh, look at you. Got a precursor to heaven. Kind of shit. I'm just saying though, like, keep shit in perspective. What the fuck? Okay. My grandfather is ever present. He right here, right now. Yeah, he was alive in the past, but so was you yesterday. Yesterday was definitely the past. I'm just saying. You crazy cut. Four of Knives. A young man decides to take a break from the hunt to rest for a moment. He knows that the probability of success is increased by doing so. The horseshoe he wears around his neck for luck helps too. Some of y'all are Irish or got Irish blood. Some of y'all are some of y'all divine masculines are taking a rest. They know they little lucky charm. They little lucky horseshoe. They know you. They know where they're going. They know they got their head on straight. They got to take a break. Because they want to go listen. A well-deserved rest, introversion, prayer, recentering, relief from stress, got rid of some karmics, finding sanctuary, contemplation, solitude, peace and quiet, recovery, quiet preparation, meditation, and getting a grip. Some of y'all enemies, exhaustion, detention centers, feeling burned out, enforced isolation, stagnation, restlessness, and refusal to slow down so they don't have to think about what they did to some of you. Now let's get into this Father Sam's, and then I'm going to pull from the Oracle deck. My ear's getting hot. Mother. There's too many of you crying. 63. Brother. Who gives the abyss wisdom or gives the rooster understanding? Some of y'all may have been born in 1969. You're the rooster. Father Sims is dressed in the purple satin robe in which he liked to work. The rooster represents him, and the two streams of water represent his baptism as a two-headed doctor. a hoodoo that does good and bad work. So he put them on and take them off. Father George Sims, born Joe Watson and nicknamed the Frizzly Rooster, was a preacher and a root worker from New Orleans. They called him the Frizzly Rooster because many people kept at least one chicken in the backyard for the sole purpose of scratching up any roots that may have been placed there by an enemy. It was that bad. We got to go back to that shit. Yeah, on the west side of Cleveland, the Puerto Ricans gonna keep some chickens. He had a reputation for being able to effectively place or lift curses and read anyone. Father Sims was a bit eccentric and was comfortable doing good or bad workings. He gave sermons at Myrtle Wreath Hall, and that's where his most famous student, Zora Neale Hurston, made his acquaintance. After weeks of performing superficial tasks without anything being explained to her, she was initiated by Father Sims, given the name the Boss of Candles. You all know I love me some Zora Neale Hurston. That's on Trey, honey. She died, honey, let me tell you something. She died like my father. In a damn efficiency suite, probably a trap motherfucking apartment building, bitch. And look at the great people she worked with. This is a Temperance card. Some of y'all got a Sagittarius grandfather like me. He's a Sagittarius. Show me a picture. Mm-hmm. My grandmother, a Cancer. Mm-hmm. She moving on up to Gemini. After weeks of performing superficial tasks without anything being explained to her, she was initiated by Father Sims, giving the name the Boss of Candles. And boy, oh boy, when I start communing with her, the things turn up a notch. And finally taught the deeper mysteries. I want to know the deep things of God. Look at me. The Boss of Candles. Be careful what y'all pray for out there. It is a common misconception that root work is never an initiatic system because while this is the case for many, initiations are not unheard of. When Father Sam comes up in a reading, it's asking you to review your position regarding your inquiry. If you've taken an extreme or one-sided position, now's the time to consider things from a more balanced perspective. Things do not have to be black and white, so don't force it to be. If you have been asked to compromise or cooperate, but you feel resistant to the idea, this card is a good sign that you haven't considered all of the aspects of the situation. If you've been asked to give someone an answer, don't respond until you feel more centered. To do otherwise may cause deep regret and feelings to be hurt unnecessarily. Try to be fair. If you receive Father Sims in a reading, consider the following. This is that 1222. Consider the following. What would be gained by compromising? Is it worth more than the perceived loss? Are you being fair? Sometimes less is more. Extremists never think they're extreme. That is true as fuck. Just like narcissism. Extremists who do not think they are being extreme. Extremists never think they're extreme. Peace is priceless. Focus on healing and recovery. An alliance is not such a bad idea. What am I bringing to the potluck dinner? Prayerfully ain't got piss, shit, or semen in it, or minces. Perhaps add something else to the mix. A prayer or some Reiki. Other races, religions, and ethnic groups exist. Maybe it's time to learn more about other people. Okay. Good job, Father Sam. Is that you, Grandpa? He hollering, Bo. Hollering, Bo. He do not like dumb shit. Sagittarius clearly don't like dumb shit. Oh, honey, let me tell you something. He do not like dumb shit. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I ain't gonna cap tell you. I hate it. Dumb shit. Like a toothache. You know, you just want to go away. Get out. People done lost their motherfucking mind. And they don't even know they had. Them extremists that don't know they extreme. You did the crime, you gotta do the time. That's just what it is. What do you consider a crime? You know what I'm saying? You admitting but not accepting. That talked about accepting everything. Acceptance is the key. Yeah, like what are you doing? You've been in a fantasy world. Some of y'all may end up getting alliances because you're gonna have to adopt some people within y'all family. I ain't lying, it's bad. It's fucked up. I seen it coming. I just, took a slow walk down a deep dark valley with fire and brimstones and dead bones. When the wind blows, so did the bones. Took my time. I done my time now. Seeing what the fuck is this? Before ever becoming a mother. What the fuck is this? Tasmania? I gotta figure out something. Because this looks like survival of not you. If you don't mind your business and keep your hair to the sky now. Me talking to me like a motherfucker. Why is she so quiet? Bitch, I'm having a meeting with me, bitch. Shut up. Minding my business. I'm telling you, y'all gonna end up having to adopt folks. Y'all could have been a guardian of these people in a prior lifetime. I'm telling you, that's how you should go. Literally up there, if y'all got a brother that got children, Auntie, can you be my mama this time? I see where I can become a football star. If it's okay by your father. Hey, Dad. I don't want to go, well, Auntie be my mother. So if it's okay with her. Shit. Because I ain't going down there no time soon. It'll take too much to be a baby. I'm trying to tell y'all, baby. So, honey, it's going to be like riding a bike, honey. You still have no without share that. Play your part, player. You done played it before. That's where synergy happens. You know what I'm saying? You just get along. You get more haters. Oh, God, the poor will be with us always. This another 9, ain't it? Mm-hmm. That's that money, honey. Can't be in and on the streets. That's that money. And that's that love, baby. That's that rooster, ain't it? That's that rooster, honey. Ooh, who says it's the rooster? Did I just... Father Sims was the rooster, right? What do they call him? The Frizzly rooster? Somebody about to get a blessing. We lift our hands in the sanctuary. We lift our hands to get us some money. We lift our hands to give it the praise. Cause we gon' need it for the rest of our days. Yes, we gon' need it for the rest of our days. Somebody a rider. Some of y'all dealing with a Capricorn. They a rider. They got a new mustache. You're gonna be somebody guardian. That's a Capricorn. They slow moving is a motherfucker. I ain't lying. Her rug kind of shit. Mm-hmm. Oh. Working hard, honey. Somebody working hard. Somebody divine masculine and a Leo working hard for that money, honey. Working hard. He got big boss energy. He looking down, boy. He looking down on him, boy. Ooh, wait. Mars energy. Some of y'all dealing with Aries. Ain't playing with him. Ain't playing with him at all. I might do wasabi's on this reading. It's just so big and thick and different sayings, and I am alchemizing too. I'm starting to alchemize the wands and the swords. I am. This one I'm alchemizing. Just wands and swords. Shit's still fucked up outside. Some of y'all dealing with a Pisces. Some of y'all gonna inherit a Pisces child or a Cancerian child. They loyal too. But some of y'all may inherit too, Pisces or Cancer. I don't know. Y'all won't have enough money though. Before all this shit happened and after it happens. People just working extra hard. That's the Temperance card again. That's Father Sam's ain't playing, is he? I'm trying to tell y'all. Somebody work with the feds or something. They think it's something. Like, no, you think it's something. Stop listening to so much rap music. Somebody breaking out and seeing shit for what it is and gotta take the consequences for their motherfucking actions. Somebody else is still kind of loopy. Some of y'all may be dealing with a loopy ass Virgo, Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, Aries, loopy as fuck, don't give a fuck. Yeah, could possibly have lost their mind. Because they added religion. In it. Some of y'all been in solitude for a long ass time. Just move out the way. Just move out the way. Don't even, just stay towards peace. That's what they'll say. Y'all got on rose-colored glasses or whatever. Some of y'all have children. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all that have children, y'all may have had them watch them every now and again. Really was touch and go. You kind of kept a distance, arm length. Something where y'all children, the life y'all lived away from y'all family members isn't the same life that y'all children experienced away from you with your family members. Two totally different worlds. Some of y'all knew too. It's kind of like, in a way, because it's an owl right here. So some of y'all ancestors may have concealed y'all too, so that y'all could continue to live, because you may have broken down. You may not have been able to go on. You may not. It's reasons, so many reasons behind why you weren't able to see beyond a veil that was cast over the situation. And it could have just been you trying to maintain being strong, even though you see what you see. It's an energy preserving thing. If I address every motherfucking thing that I see wrong, and then that can turn on you where they'll start saying you think you better, you got to go into all that. And once that starts happening, you just back out. Like, listen, it ain't even about that. So what I'm going to do is just keep my distance. Some of y'all children was the reason, like, catapulted this shit. Catapulted it into manifestation, so y'all can find out who is who and what is what. May have been seeing it wrong. Some of y'all highly spiritual beings, don't really have any friends. Go through a lot of dark nights and shit like that, where you gotta recover yourself. It's nobody to come and wake you up out of that stupor or to pull you out of the bed, and you gotta really be strong. I understand. Trust me. Especially if you getting past the mantle that you don't know nothing about. You just see a whole bunch of shit that's going to come to a head. And you don't have time to address every little thing that you see, because you wouldn't even be able to get through a work day without breaking down. And it kind of shit. Somebody's child pulling the pulling like was born for such a time as this kind of situation. It stops with me. You know, I don't know who the fuck y'all think y'all is, and they could be an ancestor. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can't fuck around, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, some of y'all, it don't matter what they say, because they always gonna have something to say. Y'all conscious been clear. Y'all been in the Six of Swords, peace is well with my soul type of situation. The same way my mother was. She was so wise that she just threw seeds on soil that was good, and soil she was praying that it was some good in there for the seed to land on it. And just did that shit her whole life. Especially after my father got pulled out the household. She just became a seed thrower kind of shit. Just like so many people, they had to have her, from what I heard, they had to have her funeral in a nice ass place or whatever. Yeah. Talk about. I'm trying to tell you. They be knowing. They be knowing, honey. They done been there, done that, got guns, got straps. And some of y'all too. You're just not older than your parents. See, you they little baby. I know you, girl. Shut up. Kind of shit. She always thinks she know me. I know me. All that shit y'all be talking. Look at you. Stuck. Some people stuck in the bed. Oh, highly spiritual being. I'm trying to tell you. So much is given, much is required. If God see you doing something, you may have been one of his soldiers. Oh, you want to go left field. You want to go stripper clubs now. I know you lying. Honey be going through all kind of shit. And you gotta understand that God got something to do with it. When you can't figure out how the fuck you ain't homeless, how the fuck I got shoes that's up to date? This car decent. Depends on what the fuck you end up with. After you've been went through so many initiations, honey, corrections, lessons learned, situations. I ain't had a lot of them. Oh, fuck you. Oh, no. Where I didn't listen to my gut. Oh, no, because, this is, honey, let me tell you something. Prepare the way, bitch. I already know this is my faith. That's why you don't get off in the dumb shit. People can say what they want to. Bitch, I know the aftermath don't come into that party. Now stop. I'm not yielding to temptation. Shit. If I come there and link up or do something that is undisciplined, I'm going to get it. Be made to lay down, bitch. Spiritual arrest. Yeah. Y'all about to get a blessing. An unseen blessing. All love. Unseen blessing from somewhere. All right, y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all in the next reading. Love and light.